Today we are going to start with some movie reviews. And first on that list, it's going to be Elvis. You know, it's a movie. Um, let's be honest, it wanted to be unique. It's super hard to follow up other famous biopics. Like Bohemian Rhapsody was super good. But then you can compare it with like Rocket Man, which was, I think, you know, arguably really bad. Um, but in case y'all haven't seen it, let's go ahead and watch this trailer real quick.
I watched that skinny boy transform into a superhero.
That's about all you need to know about the movie, because that's all the important parts. Um, I mean, you can even tell it from the trailer how like this movie really wanted to be special, unique. I mean, it's Baz like Luhrmann who directed it. Baz is known for being different and wanting to make something special. Um, and to that extent, he did deliver something special. However, for me personally, that's not what I wanted at all. But how about we actually let's start with the pros first. Austin Butler. Listen, this man killed it. Honestly, he should probably get nominated for like a best acting performance. It was unbelievable. I cannot express to you how I was very, very worried about him being cast as Elvis. But this was big. I mean, this is a biopic on Elvis. And he absolutely, he delivered. He handsome, sensual, and played the role much, much, much better than I anticipated. Also, so kind of in the same vein, by today's standards, what Elvis did was not, it's not, risque. But, in his time, it was in like the 1960s, it was risque and it was unique and it was not acceptable. But this film actually does a really good job of making it feel like it was risque, it was dangerous, it was, unheard of and frowned upon. I mean, I gotta give him credit for that because it really is different. I mean, nowadays you have half the people that are performing on stages are barely wearing clothes, and every song's about sex, and every song's about drugs, and it's, we're so desensitized to that now. Also, another pro. It's obviously a biopic about music, and in turn, it has to have good audio quality. And in the last movie I saw, Jurassic Park Dominion, it was horrible audio mixing. Compare it to this, obviously they had to knock it out of the park, and I think they did. It was very well done. Everything felt real, looked real, sounded normal. His performances sounded like performances, even to us as the audience. Not the audience, obviously, in the movie. So that's big for me. I really appreciate that. But now let's hit the ground running on the cons. Every scene felt, I think, pretty poor. Every scene was either rushed into or too slow, and it was never actually accurate. It was never right. It was never well paced. Even like such as the entry into all their dialogue was just as awkward. Everyone had, some sweeping camera angle into the room to focus on this dialogue, and it was ew, not there. So that bothered me. I can give him credit that it was a unique movie, but you have to actually, I don't know, give me something that makes it feel like there's some plot to it besides just Elvis being Elvis. Give me something else. Camera work was not there for me. Camera work, pacing of all the scenes, all these jump cuts. I mean, even in the trailer, obviously they're doing jump cuts, but jump cuts in the movie. Also, Tom Hanks is in this movie, right? Big deal. Tom Hanks is a top 5 actor of all time, more than likely. I love Tom Hanks. There's undeniable how incredible of an actor he is and what he's done for, the movie industry. But it's not his best role. Arguably, it's a pretty bad performance by Tom Hanks. And before you all jump down my throat, you're not supposed to like his character. For those who haven't ever read anything or know anything about Elvis, I mean, it's well known that his manager was a horrible human. Um, so you're not supposed to like the role, and that's fine. Dude, so I love Tom Hanks. I do. And then no, you're not supposed to like his character. I get that. But this is not a good acting performance from Tom Hanks. It's just not. And I don't think it's really his fault as much as it's the director's fault for directing the movie the way it's been directed and setting up the film the way it's been set up. Baz has to do a better job and stop trying to, make a legacy of something unique. I get to replace Tom Hanks. Who do I pick? That's the problem I have. Like I just said, it's not his fault. It's more, I think, Baz Luhrmann's fault for the actual direction that he took the film and the way he set it up. I mean, even from the beginning was rough. I think it was a horrible way to start the film. I think, like I said, he wants to be unique. He's trying to set aside make some point with how I can be unique and also sell movies. And you can if you are actually good. Like, I mean, his pieces, I think, are overrated. Also, this movie's long, and holy shit, does it feel long. Like, actually, this movie feels... I was waiting. I was trying my best not to check my phone to see when this movie was going to be over. The film takes place over years, and it felt like I was in the theater for that long. It was truly rough. Once you have the first concert, the first, I don't want to spoil anything. Once you have the first concert, another first in the film, they just keep giving them over and over and over. It just feels long. It feels long and repetitive and very weak. And I know it sounds really bad because I'm ranting and it's going to be brutal, but I really just straight up did not enjoy this film at all. Every part of this, besides Austin Butler, was poor. It was like really, really poor. And it's a really sad thing to say, but I think everyone's chasing the light that was Bohemian Rhapsody. And they'll never be able to regain that, which is, it's an insane ask anyway. I mean, to sum it all up, I mean, Baz wants to do something special, gets the great opportunity to make an Elvis biopic, and instead produces this jumbled conglomeration of jump cuts and shitty scenes that feel messy at best. As a self-proclaimed movie critic, honestly, I think I'm going to give it like a 6.5 or 7. I think a movie critic could see where people might enjoy it. And honestly, it's a nostalgia pick. They're capitalizing on the boomers who grew up listening to Elvis. They're getting ready to croak soon. So let's make a biopic. You're in your 70s, 80s, let's 90s even. Let's go watch a movie about Elvis. They're going to love it. But me personally, I don't think I could give this any more than a 5.5 maybe. I think maybe 5.5 is about the highest I could go. I'd probably be a little bit more comfortable saying 5. It's poor. It's a very poor film. And they really managed to, I think, screw up about every part of it. And I'm being very harsh, and maybe it doesn't deserve the hate I'm giving it. It just should have been better. I mean, IMDb, y'all can't see, gave it almost an 8, which is unreal to me. These people are morons. This is honestly, I don't care who you are. You can never give a movie like these ratings. Again, I'm being harsh. This is so wrong. Oh, but overall, I can't recommend this movie. I can't say that there's better things in the theaters because I don't know what's in theaters.